Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with our athletic director, Steve Brockelbank. Steve, first of all, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rob. Good to be on again.
I know it's been another busy year, a hectic year here in Ferris State Athletics, but had a chance to celebrate this past weekend with a national championship parade that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I was pleasantly surprised to see the number of people that came out from the community to join us at the parade, and so I thank you for your efforts in coordinating that, and I want to thank Mary Gunther and Mark Gifford and Josh Piles from the city of Big Rapids, and so it was a fun day, fun experience, and the weather obviously cooperated. We know when we did this a couple years ago, we didn't have the same weather we had on Saturday. 57, sunny, so it just made for a wonderful day and a great opportunity to celebrate that national championship football team and talk about all of our athletic teams and the success we've had over the past year.
I know it certainly never gets old to honor student athletes for what they were able to accomplish, kind of like the football team did on the field this past fall.
Yeah, no doubt. It's fun when you have those moments, and sometimes I think we take them for granted because we've had such a high level of success, and so taking time to celebrate those moments and celebrate those teams and those special victories and those memories that will not only last a lifetime for all of us, but last a lifetime for the university as well, right? They leave a mark on this institution, and so it was fun to take that opportunity to get on stage and talk about those teams and honor Coach Anise and his student athletes.
I know, speaking of leaving a mark, we just had a segment with Coach Daniels, who retired as the hockey coach after 33 years as the head coach here at Ferris State. Maybe talk about what he's meant to Bulldog hockey and Ferris State athletics.
Well, he's been here 36 years, 33 years as a head coach. So, you leave a mark just in terms of just tenure alone, right? And what he's been able to do with our hockey program, taking us to Frozen Fours, taking us to the national championship game is really remarkable. And he's built that program into something special. And I think most importantly for me, and I think for you and for us who work with him on a daily basis, is we're just losing a fantastic human being and a great person and a great member of our department. So he's going to be missed by us, by our alums, by our fans. So he certainly left a mark, and I know I'm going to miss seeing him every day for sure.
Obviously, Bulldog hockey with a new person in charge now, and you got to be excited about the hire of Brett Riley, who took over just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I am really excited about Brett. So Brett comes to us from Long Island University, and he had a fantastic track record there at Long Island. So he started that program. They launched that program 5 years ago, and his first year he had 3 wins, and then he went to 10 wins, and then 13 wins, and then 16 wins, and got him to 20 wins this year, and ended up 25th in the nation. So for folks out there, there's 64 Division I hockey teams, and so for him to end up in the top 25, pretty remarkable because they're an independent program too, so scheduling can be quite a challenge. He had some really key victories, and the first one that I can think of right off the bat was one that happened back in November when they beat the 17th team in the nation, Notre Dame, and he did very well against Wisconsin and Providence, and beat Holy Cross, who won their conference. And so I'm just excited. And when you look back at his entire track record, all the way back to when he was a prep coach, he did the same thing. When he was a head coach at a Division III school, he did the same thing. And so that translated well at LIU, and we're obviously excited and optimistic that will translate well here at Ferris State as well.
Obviously, it was important to get him hired quickly with kind of the new day and age here, not only in college hockey, but in college athletics with the transfer portal and NIL.
Yeah, and I want to thank President Pink and Frederica. I want to thank Miles as well, Miles Postamon, folks that all cooperated with us to make that happen as quickly as it did. So it's a challenge to get somebody in, hired quickly in the world today. It's just hard. You're going through a search, you're working with a search firm, and we were able to get him here at the time the portal was opening. So that worked out really well. So I was pleased with the timing, and now he's able to go to work and begin putting together his staff.
Maybe talk about the recent partnership kind of along those same lines with Open Doors, new NIL company that has been brought in to work with student athletes.
Yeah, we recognize the importance of engaging with NIL, and I think it's a new landscape, it's a new world, and it takes a while to get comfortable with it, and so we're all adjusting and adapting to it. And so one of the pieces we thought was important was to get somebody to help guide us and help our student athletes have an opportunity to take advantage of their name, image, and likeness, and Open Doors is that tool for us as an athletic department. So they're going to come in and provide our students with our student athletes with a platform in which they can monetize their name, image, and likeness, and they'll take care of a lot of the other pieces that go with that. I think there's pieces to name, image, and likeness that people don't necessarily always recognize, and that is the contractual portion of it. It's the deliverables by the student athlete. It's the tax implications that come with that. So they're able to do all of that for us, and so they've been a great partner so far. They were just here last week, spending time meeting with our student athletes, And so I'm excited about the future of NIL. I've learned to accept it. I'm trying to navigate my way around it. Like I said, for a lot of us who have been in college athletics for years, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's certainly new, but now that we're starting to kind of wrap our minds around it and get comfortable with it, I'm excited about what Open Doors can do for us and for our student athletes, and obviously the impact it can have on all of our athletic programs.
That new, and of course coming up this fall, a new cheer and stunt program that'll start here, and recently accepted into the Great Lakes Valley Conference for that stunt competition.
Yeah, excited about that. So Pramela Harris is our new stunt coach, and our stunt team will begin their competitions this upcoming winter. It's a winter-spring sport, but my understanding, we're somewhere just around 30 to 40 women that are going to be a part of that right now. So I know she's still finalizing her recruiting class going into next year. So I'm excited about the addition of those 30 to 40 young women student athletes in our athletic department. For those who are not familiar, stunt is really a combination of tumbling, competitive cheer, and gymnastics, and so the sport kind of encompasses all three of those arts, and they compete against other teams. It's usually a dual competition between themselves and another team. There's 4 segments to it, kind of like 4 quarters in football. So I'm excited about the addition of those young women. Pramela will also begin overseeing our cheer program. So some of those young women who are involved in our stunt teams will also be our football sideline cheerleaders, as well as our basketball cheerleaders. So I think you'll see a difference too in regards to the number of women that are involved on the sideline with the cheer programs, both in football and basketball. And then, obviously I'm excited too because we have a marching band coming. So I think you're going to see just a whole new look on game day here when it comes to football game day.
I know, speaking of football, obviously the season starts coming up August 28th against Pittsburgh State at home. But before that, the night before, a chance to honor the next class of Hall of Fame inductees, which will be announced here very soon.
Yeah, excited about that. I've made, I'd love to tell names, and as I know you would too, because you're on the Hall of Fame committee as well as I am, and I've had a chance to connect with 8 of the 10, so we'll say that there are 10 inductees into the Hall of Fame. So there's still 2 folks I have to get a hold of, and then once we actually make contact with those people, then we'll begin to put that out there, put that release out there so folks can see who makes up this particular class. But excited about it. It's something that we want to do a good job of getting on a regular cadence with it. In terms of the event itself, we know that as an athletic department, we've been a little bit inconsistent in terms of when the Hall of Fame actually happens. And so we want to try to make sure it's an every other year basis. And so this is at every other year. We did it 2 years ago, and so we're back here. And so the night before the Pitt State game, we will actually have that particular banquet, and there'll be ticket information, more information to come here forthcoming, and we hope that some of those inductees stick around and we can have an opportunity to honor them at halftime of the Pitt State game, which will be obviously a really big football game here at home.
Well, Steve, thanks for all the time, and we look forward to the rest of the spring and coming up next fall.
Yeah, appreciate it, Rob. Thank you for having me on.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action, get all the information online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.